Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with Black Beacon content on the channel. It's been a minute since the last Black Beacon video or live stream because I wanted to push content to be able to unlock a majority of everything so that I could make this full beginner's guide. So we're going to cover everything from head to toe about this game so you guys can get up to speed with Black Beacon. So without further ado, let's get it.
I am the Lion Sin of Pride, the mighty Escanor, and welcome to the pinnacle of Gacha gaming on YouTube, the One.
All right, guys, so this is your main lobby screen. It's your usual stuff. If you go top left here, you can see your profile. You have your supporting members, which can assist your friends, and vice versa. Your friends can assist you as well when you're in the story mode or in certain stages. There is a title selection system in this game as well. So based on your achievements that you unlock throughout the game or completing some feats, you can unlock some titles as well. So that's my UID. You guys can add me if you want. So next thing here is this right here. This window here shows the banners, events, etc. that's going on. Then here we have the PE bonus. This is basically the battle pass. You can go in here, you do quests daily. You have daily quests, weekly quests, active quests, which are permanent. And yeah, what's cool about this battle pass is if you get it, you also get a 5-star weapon selector for any character in the game besides the limited 5-star. So there you have that. Battle pass is really solid. Then we have the banners. I'll talk about that. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about that now. Screw it. So what's cool about this game is, if you haven't seen my previous 2 videos, then I'll tell you now. But when you do your first 3 multi-summons on the standard banner, you are able to select any of these 5-star units right here. Erishan, Logos, Viola, Nana, Lychee. So you can pick any one of these once you've done 30 summons. So that doesn't include, like, let's say you could even get lucky. You could even get lucky and pull a 5-star character before you hit the pity. That could also happen. So you could get potentially 2 or more 5-stars within your first 3 multis if you count the selector. So this selector is really solid. And if you're looking for tips on which 5-star to select, I recommend you go check out my video I posted, I think 2 or 3 days ago, on what 5-star to select. Especially, that video is especially for starting out your account, right? Because obviously if you're mid game like me, mid to late game like me right now, then it would potentially change. It would be potentially different to if you're starting out from scratch. So that's the standard banner. What's also cool is once you've already done your first 30 pulls on this standard banner, once you do 300 pulls, you unlock a second pity to where you can pick another character again out of these 5. So that's actually awesome. That is actually awesome. So what I would recommend is all the standard pulls the game gives you, I dump all of it into the standard banner right here for characters. Don't use it into the standard weapon banner. Don't use your single pool, your normal pools on the standard weapon banner, because you want to hit this 300 as early as possible. Then once you have that, then you can potentially go into the standard weapon banner. And what's cool about the standard weapon banner, that's really nice, and I love this weapon system. This weapon system is even better than Wuthering Waves, right? Not only are you guaranteed the weapon, there's no 50-50, no nothing. If you pull a 5-star on this banner, it's going to be the weapon you selected within the 50 pulls. And what's also cool is the pity is only 50, right? And you can select whatever weapon you want, whatever standard. Like, you can pick any 5-star weapon in the game for any character except the exclusive limited ones. So it's really cool. Out of everything in this game, the weapon system is one of the best things about this game, in my opinion. The weapon banner system. So you can see it there. I'm trying to get Lychee's weapon. It's really cool, really good system. So like I said, I recommend you dump all your single pool, all your normal pools, which are called lost time keys, Your normal pulls are called lost time keys. I recommend you dump them all into the permanent banner to get to 300. Then once you get to 300, then I say you can get your start working on getting your standard weapons, right? That's what I recommend you do. Next is the special limited time banner called the Ancient Covenant banner, right? What this banner is, which I do in hindsight, I summoned on this banner like twice, but I got super lucky. But basically what this banner is you can select, well, let me show you. You can select any of the five-star characters that are on the standard banner, and you can actually select them. You can like target them through a banner, so you don't have to worry about any 50-50. If you pull a 5-star, like right here I selected logos, so if I pull a 5-star, it's going to be logos. So there's no 50-50 on this. And you can see here it shows you the amount of remaining retrievals you have. So you can only do a total of 70. Sorry, no, you can't only do a total of 70, but every 70 you are guaranteed the character that you selected. So what's cool is I've used this like twice. I think I used it the first time for Lychee. Yeah, I used it for Lychee. I used it for Erishan. I think I might have used it for Nana as well. No, I didn't use it for Nana. No, I think I only used it for Lychee and I used it for Nana. So this banner is only out for a limited time. However, I recommend you guys stay away from this because I spent money and I was kind of clueless. I'll be real. I made so many mistakes. I will make a video on mistakes to avoid soon, so stay tuned for that. But I made so many mistakes, and one of my biggest regrets is using my time-seeking keys. Your time-seeking keys are your limited currency. Don't use them on this Ancient Covenant banner because this is just standard units. Don't use your time-seeking keys for this banner. Save them for the limited banners or for the limited weapon banners. Don't summon on this. I think I did like 3 multi-summons in total. You can see it there, 3 multi-summons in total. I got super lucky. I got like two of the 5-stars within this, but still it's not worth it. Even if there is a discount, it's not worth it whatsoever. So that's what I have to say about that banner. Next is the limited banner. What's cool about this banner is the pity is only 70, so it's 10 better than Wuthering Waves, and it's a 70-30, right? So like for instance, within my first 70 pulls, I got what's your face, I got the character, right? However, the second time I lost I lost pity, and the pity is actually 70-30. So you have a 30% chance of not getting the character and getting a random standard character, right? That's another reason why I recommend you stay away from the Ancient Covenant banner. That this is a trap, massive trap. So now that I lost the second pity, now I'm 100% guaranteed the limited banner character within about 2 multis. So what I'm doing right here is I'm saving my pity, so I'm stacking everything because I know I'm guaranteed the next limited character. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna save everything, and when the new banner comes, you guys are gonna see me just guarantee the character and pull her. So I'm saving that because I want to experiment with her and make guides and stuff, etc. So the banner system in this game honestly is really, really good, and the limited banner is the same as the standard banner, as in you pity is 50, 100% guaranteed the character within that amount of pulls. So the weapon banners are so much of value in this game. So they actually encourage you to go for the weapons because it's not a huge task to go for the weapons, you know. And PD transfers over, guys. PD transfers over. If you're wondering, does PD carry over? Yes, it carries over. That's why I'm chilling at 58 out of 70 right here. So that's awesome. That is awesome. And if you go in here, we'll talk about the shop real quick. If you go in here, you do get some currencies called, what's it called? Lost time seals from your summons, right? And you can buy resources from that. And if you pull 4 stars or above, you get what's this called? Imprint of Seeking Times. You get this from pulling 4 stars or above. And you can pick limited characters, standard banner characters, 4 stars, all that good stuff right here. And you can convert your You can convert your imprint of seeking times into limited pulls or standard pulls as well, right? And yeah, that's about it right there with terms of the banner. Okay, so next we'll talk about the I guess we should talk about the characters. Yeah, we'll talk about the characters before we get into the events. So this is your character screen, right? And what's cool is you in this game, characters have multiple costumes. Some characters have more than one costume, but characters have costumes. So this is Viola right here. This is her regular costume, and then once you increase her affinity, and the way you increase affinity is by giving them gifts or giving giving her gifts. You then unlock this called the Radiant series. So I unlocked this costume basically purely from giving her gifts and increasing her affinity. And to increase affinity, like I said, let's just pop back in here. You click on the character in your lobby, and then you click gift, and these right here, you give these, and that's how you build up your affinity. One of the ways to build up your affinity. Let's go back. So we're looking at Viola right now. So yeah, like I said, you have costumes. It's awesome. And there are tutorials for this in this game. So they teach you in depth. They teach you basically surface level, basically ways on how to play characters. So what they do, what the skills actually do. If you're lazy and you don't feel like reading the skills for whatever reason, they just show you real quick how to use the character, how they work, and they give you some currency as well to get some pulls as well while you're doing so. So they are encouraging people to learn the game. So this is your screen. So you can break through your character. Hold up. I think the max level in this game is level 90. I haven't hit max level. To get to max level for your characters, you have to be at account level 50. I'm account level like 44 or 45 right now. But yeah, so here you can see your stats. Cool. And I also forgot to mention, in this game there's elements. So Viola's is thunder, there's water, there's fire, there's light, and there's dark. And there's different types of units. There's breakers, a support class skilled in assisting teammates in attacks like Viola, and then there's destruction units. Then there's assist units. So assist units are basically supports on your destruction or your DPS units. So Viola is a really nice unit. I think I spoke about her in my video on which 5 stars to select from the standard banner. It's basically, she's a breaker unit because she basically sets up electric pools on the battlefield, and then you can swap out, and the pools of electricity still remain even when she's off field. So she's really nice. So let's go here, and now we'll talk about the weapons. So the weapon system is, similar to the characters in the sense that the max level is also 90. And the difference in this game is that there's 3 stars, there's 4 stars, and there's 5-star weapons. And obviously you can increase a weapon's power by dupes. And like a difference is the effects. When it comes to effects, like the 5-star versions, which is basically like signature weapons, literally gives them more effects so they can do more. But I'm sure you can still get by decently fine without the signature weapon. The signature weapon is not a necessity. Units can still perform well without their signature weapon. Just wanted to put that out there for people to start getting ideas. So yeah, I'm doing, like I said, and in all these gacha games, to power up the weapon even further or improve the buffs or improve the damage of the weapon or whatever, you can increase the sync level, which is basically the dupe system for the weapons. And I forgot to also mention, this is the potential system, if I can speak. The potential system is basically the dupe system. So put more dupes and then your character gets stronger. You guys know it. Alright, so here is the skill system. So yeah, based on your character's breakthrough level to basically your max level, you'll be able to increase your skills for your units. basic attack. Every character in this game has a basic attack and 2 skills, and they also have a passive skill, and they have a combo skill and a ultimate. And this right here is their talents, and their talents basically unlock through unlocking the breakthrough level. So I haven't unlocked max level for any units on my account yet. That's why the final talent isn't unlocked yet. And what's cool in this game, which I'll talk about in depth in a bit, is you can actually craft or synthesize your skill up materials. So you don't have to worry about doing one stage over and over and over again. You can synthesize, and you can even synthesize the lower rarity versions of the skill up item into the higher rarity versions of that skill up item. I'll show you guys later in depth, but that's basically the skill tree. And then you have ancient marks. So let's go into ancient marks. So you guys know this system. I think this kind of similar system was in Reverse 1999. I covered that game a while back. It's similar to that, but basically this system is the way this is basically what's gonna make your character stand out and be more different than someone else's character on their account. Basically this. So this basically allows you to make builds or make different builds for a character. Like you can increase their pierce, increase their elemental damage for whatever element they are. You can increase their hit rate, HP, etc. And you can level up pieces. You can regrave pieces. You know, you can change the stats for pieces. Like these are all the types of things you can do. And I will show you the way to farm these ancient marks is literally end game. You have to beat the story and be late mid to end game to be able to start farming these. Otherwise, because you have to literally progress towards the later ends of the story before you unlock these, and you're able to farm this freely. I'll talk about that mode in a bit, but yeah, that's basically the character screen. Anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, that's it there. That's the character screen real quick. Here you have your events. So talk about this. I'll give you the quick rundown. So what's awesome, I talked about this in my in the preview for the global launch video I posted, but you are able to select any weapon in the entire game for any character in the entire game. So you can see here Florence for the next limited character, which that's what I'm gonna pull with my guarantee. I'm gonna pull this weapon for the next limited character because I'm gonna get that next limited character. All the standard 5-star units and all the 4-star units, you can pick up their weapon as well. You just have to beat main story for 419. I think I'm 415 right now, and then you have to do this brute force mode, get 3,000 points, right? I can definitely do that. Get a 3-star evaluation at level 6 in peripheral area. Upgrade Babel Tower to level 4. We'll talk about Babel Tower in a bit. And clear Tome of Exploration mode, mysterious chapter. Exploration mode is the end game mode. I'll talk to you guys about that in a bit as well. Then you have this here, your memory of Babel Tower. Basically for 100%ing and clearing chapters, you get dupes of 0, right? And 1, 2, 3. So I think they give you enough, just about enough to max dupe her out, and they also give you her limited 5-star weapon as well. So she's a really nice unit, really strong and really good in a lot of teams. And here, these are your beginner missions. I always recommend you guys do these beginner missions. At the end of it, you're gonna get 20 limited pulls, and you're also gonna get a costume as well for Florence, the current limited banner unit. So yeah, make sure you stay on top of these. I need to even do these. And here you have your vision expansion. This is basically your account level milestone rewards. So you get limited pulls. It's unfortunate that they gave you limited pulls instead of it's unfortunate they give you the normal pulls for the normal standard banner instead of pulls for the limited banner. But I guess they're just trying to give you pulls, enough normal pulls to reach the 300 margin on the standard banner. I think that's what it is. So I'm about to get this right there. And you have your character trials for the limited banner character. Then you have your outfit trial. So basically Viola has a costume that's out right now, so you can get that if you want. Then this is the current event going on right now. It's an AFK event basically. Then Echoes of Pages. This is the endgame mode I was talking about. We'll talk about that later. Multiverse of Time, another endgame mode, and this is basically the login event as well. So that's your events right there. Babel Tower. Now Babel Tower is a big one, right? So first things first, if you go to workshop, Babel Tower, this here is where you're able to, like I said earlier, synthesize your lower rarity skill up materials into the higher rarity skill materials. You can synthesize the promotion materials, these breakthrough stones right here, these stones I'm looked at, this right here, the breakthrough moonlit redstone. You use these to break through your character, so increase the max level cap of your characters. You use these, and each time you break through, you have to use a higher rarity version of these stones. So it's great is that you can synthesize the lower rarity ones into higher rarity ones. Same thing for the skill materials, same thing for the awakening stones, elemental stones that you use, like this for example is a fire one. I use this for Florence for example. So yeah, you can do it for all of these, but through your Tower of Babel, right? What's also cool here is the field station, right? This is the field station. The field station is your dispatches, so you can send out units. Hold up, let me see. Can I show you guys one real quick? Right, so this is basically what it is. So you can send out 3 units, and you can see the affinity of your characters and which characters do better than others, and you just click them, then 3, right? And then you get rewards, you get rune shards, etc, etc. And then after a certain amount of hours, you come back and you get the rewards. And also it's cool, you have your normal versions, you have your special versions, and you have your chest quests as well. So there's different rarities and they give you different things as well. So, and they reset on I think, is it just this? I think, yeah. So the normal ones reset daily, and the special quests reset on Monday, and the chest ones reset daily. So the normal and chest reset daily, special quest resets every week on Monday. That's cool. And what's cool is from this, right? Hold up, let me go. Let's just click this. Let me see. Can I see where the rewards are? It won't show me right here, but basically, right, from doing tasks, you get this thing right here called Tower Sand. And the Tower Sand, as it says here, is a material used for upgrading the Babel Tower and other buildings. And as you guys saw, one of the prerequisites, if I can speak, prerequisites, that's a long word, damn. One of the prerequisites of getting that 5-star selector weapon is you have to get to level 4 Babel Tower. So you have to bump up and use all the sand, the tower sand, and boost all these parts, right? So you have to get to here, right? And it shows the effects and stuff. So like this is your Babel Tower. So if I unlock here, it increases things like your field station, level cap for all your other things. And you have your field station, increases the daily limit for missions, Celestial Orchard. Like, let me go back. So like you guys saw the field station, Babel Tower, basically where you can boost or level up all your field station, trade station, workshop, Celestial Orchard. And your Celestial Orchard, because I want to backtrack right here. The Celestial Orchard is basically the resin system. It's basically your stamina backups. So, but what's sad is you don't unlock this for a while, man. It takes a while to unlock this. I can't remember where exactly I unlocked this. It might have been the end of chapter 2 or end of chapter 3. I can't remember exactly, but it was a while. Like, it took me a couple days to unlock this. Maybe it's a me problem, let me know in the comments, but I think that it takes a while to unlock this whole Tower of Babel screen or menu or whatever the hell. It took so long to unlock this. Even the dispatches, it took so long to unlock this screen that I think it took me day 2 to unlock this screen, day 2 or day 3 to unlock this screen. I missed out on dispatches, missed out on like the resin system. Like it's they need to fix that. They need to fix that and make this menu open to you earlier, right? So that's the stamina resin system. The workshop where you can synthesize materials. Then you have the trade station right here. Trade station is where you can passively earn stuff. So I'm passively earning Aurelium, which is basically your money system, right? I'm passively earning that, and through upgrading the trade station, I can, you know, start daily farm or start AFK farming multiple things as well. And obviously the amount that I'm actually getting, like this is only 8,000, which is nothing. Through upgrading this through the Babel Tower, I will be getting more rewards from this. So that's why the Babel Tower is key and super important. And if you guys want a guide on what to actually level up first, I focus on the Babel Tower, and then I look at the Celestial Orchard, and this increases the storage capacity of your stamina, right? And you will be able to push story, grind more, etc, etc. So I say Babel Tower, then Celestial Orchard are your 2 number 1 priorities in my opinion. Then after that you can, you know, after that you can start looking at things like trade station, workshop, or your field station, whichever one you want. But yeah, this is basically your Tower of, or not even Tower of Babel, your Babel Tower. All right, that was a lot, damn. All right, so let's go. So if you click that menu button at the bottom left, it takes you here, and you can see your achievements. Like I spoke earlier, there's achievements for characters. You can get titles. You can get rune shards, which is your premium currency. Character titles, and here, like I said, for reaching like your account levels, doing certain things, you get titles for account titles, like so. So yeah, there you have that. Illustration. So this is basically for the lore heads, right? The lore heads. You can see the different scenes, right? You can even like has like a dictionary for phrases and phrases and the meanings of things in this game. So if you want to dig deep into the lore of this game, this is a lore heavy game. I forgot to mention that earlier, but this is a lore heavy game. Collection, right? I don't have anything here yet. Then you have your costume album, so it shows you all the costumes for the characters in the game. Checking out Florence, you know, she's doing her thing. Boom, boom, boom. Who's this? Don't have any idea who that is, but you guys get the drift. You look at your costumes, character compendium. This shows you every character in the game. So you can see every character. Boom, boom, boom. Then you have your equipment. It shows you every weapon you own and you don't own. It shows you, and then here in the enemy info, you can look at enemies, see what they do, what they look like, threat level. So if you want to look deep into what characters do, the lore, even lore for enemies, you look at it, and elites, bosses, he has it all there. And story recap, this is going to be a big one that I'm going to be coming back to. This is a big one that I'm going to be coming back to. Once I don't even know, once I push more into the story. I don't know if I will push to the end or I should just start doing it now. I don't know. But I'm gonna go back because I skipped through a lot of the story stuff because I wanted to get to the end game, because so much stuff, guys, was locked behind pushing to the end game of story, reaching towards the end of chapter 3. That's when everything is, majority of everything bar 1 or 2 is literally unlocked, right? I think there's only one thing that's unlocked for main story chapter 4:19. Then I think that's literally everything unlocked. So yeah, I want to get to that stage, and then once I clear out all the main story, I'll make a video of just the entire story of the game for people who skipped it like me. Well, here you can look at the main story, side story, so you can rewatch and reread things, which is really, really important. It shows you that they're placing a lot of priority and importance over the story and knowing what's going on. So this is the notice events right here, sign in, settings, friend system. Like I said earlier, it's this friend system, merge. So you don't have to go into Babel Tower, then go into your workshop. You can just merge from right here. And decoration, you can decorate around images and stuff from the story that you unlock. All right, so that's that. Mail, self-explanatory. Rewards that they send you, like the 30 pulls we got for some issues going on with the game, they were in your mail. Warehouse, your inventory, so your weapons, items, your ancient marks, all that's there. You can filter them out. Your store, I'll go over this quickly. Usual stuff. However, every day there is some free stuff that you can claim. That's that. Then your token shop. This is for the end game mode I'll be talking about in a bit. Then your friendship store, you get this item from your friends, so it's good to have friends. Because I've been so busy with stuff, I haven't even added any dudes on here. So like I said, add me if you want. Then you have your quest. You can get quests from side story quests as well through your exploration. And obviously other things pop up, your main story and all that other sorts of things. That's how they unlock from here. Yeah, now we can go into start menu. So now you guys can see, so this is your main story right here. Your main story. This is your side story. I haven't even done this one. Side story basically unlocks the further your main story unlocks. I just recently unlocked Nana's side story, so that's unlocked. Now once I get to 419, right, I told you guys that's the last milestone. Then that's when everything's opened up and I unlock another side story. So yeah, we're going to main story. Just go into this quest real quick. So basically there's gonna be chests in some of these stages. So when you're in game, you'll have to go and look around. They'll be hidden around somewhere. Then you have to go in and get all of them to get all the rewards, right? And when you get all of them, you can get these standard pulls. All right, and each stage has a hard version as well, right? So boom, that's a hard version where you don't have to worry about collecting chests, but the difficulty, the enemies are going to be high. Yeah, and another thing is, let's go here, is once you have beaten the story quest, there will be an EX stage, and the EX stage is where you're going to fight a boss, right? You're going to fight a boss, and we'll get into those bosses. There isn't a menu for all the bosses in the game. So that's that. Resources, this is where you're going to be able to come in, farm your character EXP items right here, and there is a sweep system. I really like this, but this sweep system is only for these type of things. You can't sweep any story stages or anything like that. It doesn't really even net you anything for redoing a stage you already beat. It doesn't net you anything. So this right here, you can sweep like so. Can I sweep right here? Boom, boom, and yeah, and you get the rewards, and you get the account EXP. So you can do that for all these stages, for character EXP, weapon EXP, Aurelium. And one thing I also want to know is the higher levels. Hold up, before I get into this, that's a whole other kind of worms. But the higher the level, like the hardest stage right here that I have unlocked, it unlocks, I believe it unlocks with account level, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it unlocks with account level. So that's another reason why you want to push that account level early on to have everything unlocked as well. So there's so much to focus on when you're starting out. And so here, now that we have the basic stuff covered, in breakthrough, you have the elemental materials to break through or increase the level cap for your characters. You have the weapon breakthrough, the materials to increase the level cap for your weapons, and then the character breakthrough, which is the universal material that you need for every single character if you're breaking through. So this is more specific, the elemental analysis. So what's cool right here, right? I think I spoke about this earlier on stream, but once you beat, this is universal, by the way. So if you're wondering, because I showed you guys all the elements, water, fire, thunder, light, and dark. The way this works is I beat every single stage the first time on dark mode, and I didn't have to rebeat it again for a different element. So let's say, so look at this. So this is all light. If I switch to dark, boom, it's all done, 3-starred. So me beating everything on dark the first time counts as me beating it on all the other different elements. So I don't have to redo it like 5 times, which is awesome. So I can start sweeping already. That's really, really nice, and a really nice quality of life. So you don't have to worry about beating it all over again. And what's also cool is there's no like it's not like some games have, some outdated gacha games have, to where you can only farm a certain element on certain days. Like Monday and Tuesday you can only farm fire, Thursday and Friday you can only farm lightning. Like, they don't do that. Every day you can farm whatever you want, which is awesome. Weapon breakthrough, boom, self-explanatory, nothing crazy. And character breakthrough, every character needs these breakthrough stones. So there you have that as well. Then scale up materials. Boom. Hold up. But yeah, what's crazy though is what they did with the elemental breakthrough, they didn't do with the skill materials. So fantasy, law, ancient, and blossom are different types of materials, and every character uses, majority of characters use different skill materials. Like I think my law, I farmed law for Nana, I believe. I can't remember, but they have everything separate, which is unfortunate. They should have done it like I said with the elemental breakthrough, where it was all one and you could just swap it out, similar to this. Just swap it out. But they don't have it like that, unfortunately. It is what it is. But yeah, that's basically the resources screen right here. Then the EX, here you have your character tutorials. I briefly touched on it earlier. So here you can learn characters, every single character in the game. You can learn the basic ways that they operate. Then not there. Then head librarian's authority. Here it's basically combat, but it teaches you different things, like different things that you used in the story mode. It teaches you like the chrono burst, it teaches you that, and you actually use it in combat. The parries, it teaches you and you use it in combat, and the difficulty scales up, and you do get rewards for it, right? And overall time freeze, pursue, false god, insect and beast, blazing shadow. So you use different, basically it's like a skill check. It teaches you how to play the game and get better. All right, brute force mode. This is basically a game mode to where, if you guys didn't know, this is another prerequisite to where you need to get like a certain point margin. Then you can get your step closer to getting that weapon selector, 5-star weapon selector. So basically what this event is you just fight a mob of enemies, and depending on how many you kill, you get a point at the end, and that's about it really. And like I said, you can see here, claim main story 419. 419 is literally the cutoff point to where you have everything unlocked, right? That's what that mode is. And echoes of the past. So the EX story stages that I was telling you guys about, this is where it all comes together, right? So every boss, I think this was the boss from, hold up, I think this was a boss from the story. I can't remember exactly, but you guys see here. So this is a material used for awakening thunder characters, right? You can get this through here, right? And so you can get that through here. And Darius, another different version through here. You get the elemental analysis. So this is basically an awakening material for fire units, right? And you get, this is kind of like what's it called? It's kind of like the mode in Wuthering Waves, where you have your bosses, but they're super difficult. It's been a while since I played WoW, so my mind is escaping me. But yeah, this is basically that, and the bosses are going to be incredibly difficult, right? You have that, and it all comes from the story. So you will be facing your story bosses in here. So as you can see here, so that's basically what this Echoes of the Past mode is. And then the Tome of Fate is in your exploration, and you unlock this once you beat, I think it's chapter 315, Tomb of Fate. So Tomb of Fate is basically your it's kind of similar to Honkai Star Rail. Similar to Honkai Star Rail in the point that you go in, you beat enemies, and after you beat enemies, you're able to take buffs. You're able to equip buffs that for your team, and firstly you're able to, before you even get into the battle, you select a certain path you want to go down, whether it's AoE damage, a damage boost, shields, whatever the hell. Then there's like, I think there's 5 or 6 different paths you can pick. Then after that you go into it, and after every battle you defeat enemies and you win every battle, you're able to select a buff for your units, and then you also get a currency. So every once in a while you can go to a trade shop, and in the trade shop you're able to select a buff, buy out a buff straight up, and buy whatever you want for your team. And on top of that, there's three floors, right? There's 3 floors. Each floor you fight a boss at the end, so there's 3 bosses you fight. And yeah, that's literally it. One of the best things about this right here is you go to the store, you can actually buy ancient marks. And like I showed you guys earlier, ancient marks is I showed you guys in the character screen. Ancient marks is how you're going to be able to customize your character, build them up, make them do a certain type of thing, increase their damage. So this is where like you're going to be able to get down into the nitty gritty with your character builds, working on different sets and stuff. And once you complete it, you're going to get this currency right here, Seed of Fate, which is what you use to buy the ancient marks in the store. And what's also cool, right? Yeah, you're able to use that to buy ancient marks in the store. And what's also cool is what was I gonna show you guys real quick? Where is it? Is it explore? No, it's not here. But there is a way. Illustration. No. I'm not sure where I can show you guys exactly. Hold up. Bookmark. Yeah, this is it. So basically, from like the more you beat the stage over and over again, you're able to boost your overall stats going into it. So you can see me here. I'm boosting my defense right here. You can increase the dust you get from the light dust, which is basically it's not this. It's basically what you use when you're in the dungeons. Basically at the trade points where you're able to buy stuff from a shop. That's basically the light dust is basically what you use to buy said buffs, right? This is very, very similar to Honkai Star Rail. If you guys have played Honkai Star Rail, you're able to select go into worlds, and they have this whole system as well. That's basically what this Tomb of Fate mode is. It's literally the end game mode. Yeah, that's pretty much that as well. I think we touched upon everything. Anything else? Yeah, I think that is literally everything. This is a pretty decently long video. We've been here for like nearly 40 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for Black Beacon. I touched upon everything. The game is a really, really solid game. It's a really fun game on the phone, especially because not many action games are built for the phone. Most of the games, I always say to you guys, get a PC and play these games on PC. Like I've never played Wuthering Waves on the phone. I always played it on PC. But this, even Punishing Grey Raven, I don't play on the phone. I play on PC. But this game is actually a game that's viable on a phone, as long as your phone is decently built, like an iPhone or a Samsung, something new and current, not outdated. This game would runs perfectly on the phone. I'd even recommend playing this game on the phone more than on the PC, because it's kind of iffy. If you're not used to playing combat games with keyboard and mouse, I'd stay clear from this, because I play most of my action combat games with controller. And this game needs controller support. It still has no controller support, which is crazy. But yeah, the game was super fun, and like I said earlier, at some point throughout this video, this game is a story-driven game. Like, there's no PvP. This game is purely story, right? It's purely story. So if you're not a lore fanatic, like you guys saw, pull up. If you're not a lore fanatic, right, this game is probably not for you. But if you just enjoy the combat alone is a reason to stay and play this game. If I'm being real, the combat is definitely enjoyable. But if you're not a lore fanatic, I don't think you'll enjoy this game as much as some people. But the story is literally the main selling point, right? You come in here for the gameplay, but you stay for the story. That's what they're trying to go for, right? So yeah, the game, that's everything all in all. I've been having a blast playing this game for the last like week and a bit. Really solid. I added to my, you know, collection of games that I cover here on the channel. So stay tuned for more content. If you enjoyed this beginner's guide, leave a like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, because YouTube be tripping. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitch. That's where I be streaming this game, Wuthering Waves, and Ethereum Restart. I'm waiting on that game as well. I will be streaming that as well. So follow me on Twitch as well. Link in the description. So until next time, take care and peace, guys.
This is Escanor, the Lion Sin of Pride from 7 Deadly Sins. Thank you for watching the pinnacle of Gacha gaming on YouTube, The One.